So, you can't choose which one to roll for, huh? Then you've come to the right place. Welcome back to Genshin Impact with Impact. Today I'll give you my thoughts on the two banners. We'll look at what makes each character special and with whom you want to pair them up with. In the end, I'll present to you what I think about the banner as a whole and whom I'm gonna pull for, so stick around for that one. Like Jean, Kokomi has an AoE damage. Really? That's what I came up with? Alright, damage, but mostly a very strong heal. Unlike Jean, Kokomi uses her elemental skill to achieve this, so you don't have to care about recharge. Add to that regular Hydro application, which can strongly amplify your damage or make your life much easier. All elements work well with her, but by far the most used ones are Cryo for consistently frozen enemies or Pyro for extra vaporized damage. She does all that whilst not being on the field, like Shanling or Fischl. Lovely indeed. Whilst she does have clearly visible strengths, she also has her fair shares of weaknesses. Her damage is severely hindered by not being able to crit, and her burst is basically an elemental reset. Yes, she can walk on water, which is still kinda cool, and she heals with her attacks while her burst is active, but this is only used in very specific cases, which don't happen too often. The thing Kokomi is mainly used for is and will remain her E, her jellyfish. From that you can see that she's first and foremost a support. Yes, you can build her DPS, but like, why? With that in mind, who do you pair her up with? She works well with other support or sub-DPS characters that trigger an elemental reaction frequently, like Shanling, Shenhe, or very prominently Rosaria. Don't look at me like that. My personal favorite main DPS is Yoimiya, but other very good options are Diluc, Ganyu, Ayaka, basically everyone except for Hu Tao and other Hydro characters, I guess. Raiden, on the other hand, is a very different breed. Her E lets you apply electro damage on regular attacks from all characters on your party, and her burst is a heavy hitter with some strong attacks for the next few seconds, making her an ideal sub DPS. Her weakness revolves around her strength. Her burst has a very long cooldown, which means she needs other characters to step in during the cooldown. So what you tend to do is make her Electro I and change to other characters to trigger elemental reactions to charge your burst. When it's up, you use it and then start over again. Most of the time you get enough recharge from your burst alone, you just have to wait out the cooldown. This can lead to the awkward situation that your main DPS needs to be off the field for quite a while. But in certain compositions, this is actually what you want. Yoimiya, for example, is such a case. The electro reactions are kind of a mixed bag. Overcharge deals a lot of damage, but knocks your enemies over. And the other effects are kinda meh. The overcharge issue can be somewhat circumvented if you have Venti or Kazuha on your team, or if you have a character that does not care about whether you are close or far away from the enemy, such as Yanfei or Amber. I mean, the better Amber. Other notable characters are Eula, Shanling, Miko, and so on. You have a very strong healer that makes your enemies wet, but does not really do anything else. And a beauty that hits like a truck, but that has to wait for her burst to come off cooldown to actually deal damage. Which one is better then? Well, it depends. Most people already have at least one proper DPS, but usually lack a good healer to accompany them. I don't think there are enough healers that can keep you alive as good as Kokomi does. So if you have to damage, but struggle to stay alive, get Kokomi. If you have a DPS like Ganyu or Ayaka, definitely get Kokomi. If your main DPS is Yoimiya, Eula, or maybe Hu Tao, and you still lack the damage, which I find kind of hard to believe, in that case I definitely recommend you to get Raiden. She enhances your damage quite a bit. In general though, I think Kokomi is the better choice, as she can fit almost every team, while Raiden is limited to fewer compositions. Before we get to the part you've all been waiting for, hit the buttons below, and if you want to see Kokomi or Raiden in action, join my stream on Tuesday starting at 3 PM Central European Time. The link is in the description. So, which one will I pull for? Well, I guess I choose neither. I already have them both and I don't really care about constellations, and the accompanying characters do not really suit my playstyle. So I see no point in spending my Primos now when a Venti rerun is around the corner, which I don't have yet and want, so I'll save mine for that. But in case I would have neither, I'd definitely go for Kokomi. I think her versatility just wins. That's my stand on things, and I wonder what you have to say about that. Let me know in the comments down below or join my Discord. Like if you liked it and share if you want to help me out for real. This has been Mintpact, and see you in the next one.